Hello and good morning and welcome to day one. Today is our masterpiece. Today we begin to mastermind and strategize your educational and career journey. I'm so excited to be able to have this 7 days with you as you begin to think differently about you too can be in the Ivy League. Remember, we already told you, Ivy League is just the standard. Don't get caught up in the 8 schools you see under me. It's not about the schools. It's about who you have to become to reach your standard, to go to a higher place, to reach a higher level of learning. Look, I always say it. Goals are not to get there to grow. It's not about what you have to do to get it. It's about what you have to be to achieve it. And more importantly, what do you have to be to maintain it? So today is day one, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We are going to focus today on start with the end. Now, let me set a powerful intention. First of all, I want to set the intention that you are going to have a whole new understanding of why admissions committees accept people, what they're looking for, what they're looking for. I'm going to show you what they're looking for. What are the things that ultimately are going to help you have the competitive edge? It's something we say in sales. I told you I own a sales acceleration company. What's going to give you the competitive edge? What is going to help you to stand above all the other people that are applying to these schools? Now, you should already know that 2 years ago, even last year, about 30% of people, think about this, 30% of people that applied to law school didn't get into any law school at all. That means 3 out of every 10 people didn't get in anywhere. When you start talking about some of the more elite schools, you will find that for every seat, there's 50, 60, 70, in some cases, 100 applications. You have to do something to stand above the crowd. I want to be very clear about that. That's why you're taking this course. That's why you're listening to me. I am Darrell Bennett. Let me be very clear about who I am. I am an alumnus of Harvard Law School. I graduated as Class Marshal there. I am an alumnus of Morehouse College. I graduated as Valedictorian there. I teach people, I train people, I push people, I coach people, I mentor people to get to their next level. I help people mainly through building their businesses and achieving powerful, so-called impossible goals in their personal and professional lives. But I also teach people around the mindset to elevate their lives and elevate their status and elevate their paradigms and therefore their life. This is about you too can be in the Ivy League. So yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, one of the alumnus of my alma mater coined that term. So let's get into what we're going to talk about today. I want you to start at the end. First of all, you should have a composition book. We're going to be going over so many things. I want you to be writing down what I'm saying, and I want you to be in tune because it's going to be a lot I'm going to give you. And can I just say this kindly? If you really want to get the most effectiveness out of this, every day you should be watching it 3 times. Well, let me say it differently. Watch each module 3 times. I'm not telling you to watch it in the same day, but each module over the course of the next month, I want you to watch it 3 times. It's something about that. Many times it's not that we see something different in the book or in the resource that we're listening to. It's that we see something different in us each time we look at it, each time we read it. So I want you to do that. Start at the end. What do I mean? Start at the end. Stephen Covey, I think I'm saying his right name, or Covey, wrote a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. In it, he posited in chapter 5, start with the end in mind. Start at the end. I'm going to teach you a habit of highly successful people. We start at the end. I want to teach you how to go to the very end. Go to the end. Go to the end. What does the end look like? So the end, what does that look like for you? Where are you looking to go? Not just as a school. What is the goal that you're looking to achieve by going to the school? I want you to be very clear about that. I don't want to start with the mechanism. I want to start with the mindset. I told you before, consciousness always precedes manifestation. I want you to be very clear about your conscious intention for why you're taking this course, why you're applying to the school. You're going to have to hold on to that. This process is so tedious in some cases, it can be emotionally taxing. The only way for you to make it through and be successful the way you need to be successful with this is for you to truly and really understand and have a a clear understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? It may have started because of, your parents said it was a good idea or something you saw in a movie. But if you're going to carry this thing out to manifestation, especially as we talk about going to the Ivy League, whatever your Ivy League is, whatever that place is for you, that's the gold standard. That's what we're talking about, the gold standard. You're going to have to be very clear on your goal. You're going to have to be very clear on your intention. I want you to write that down, and I want you to keep it somewhere. Because as we go through the 7 days, we talk about some of the things, especially when we get to day 3, and we talk about test taking. The test taking. Some people's heart jumps as soon as they hear the word test. You got to be very clear on why you're doing this. So I want to step back and ask that. Start at the end. What do you hope to gain and achieve by going to the school? See yourself already graduating. See yourself graduating right now. See it. See it in your mind's eye. What does that look like? What are you doing? What are you being? What are you achieving? Seeing that is going to help you have the motivation to walk through this process. You're going to have to walk through this process. Start at the end. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about picking target schools, but that's your local intention. I want to start with the global intention, which is that higher place. Why are you even going to the school? Why are you going? You might find by the end of this is a better way to get there without going to the school. If that's the case, then hey, I may have saved you $100,000 or $200,000. I may have saved you going down a road that maybe you didn't need to go through down anyway. But I want you to be very clear about that global intention. And once you're clear about that, if it's absolutely certain that you need to go to a university in order to do this, you need to go to an advanced school and get an advanced degree to do it, then now we want to talk about what is that local intention, meaning where do you want to go? I want you to write down on your list, on your sheet of paper, I want you to write down 3 things. What are your target schools? I want you to write down what are your schools you think it would be you can get into easily, and what's your stretch schools? What do you think would be hard to get into? I'm not saying you need to write any of them, but if you feel like it's something that would be a stretch to get into, I want you to write that down. If you feel like it's something that would be easy, you can get into, it's just a matter of just sending off the application, I want you to write that down. And I want you to write those target schools, even if they're overlapping in some way. Write them down in those 3 columns. We're going to come back to that tomorrow. I don't even want to get to that now, but I want you to write it down because I want that to be thinking and ruminating. I want to introduce you to that word, ruminating in your subconscious so we can begin to really attract what we need to attract so you can get what you need to get. Right now, I want to talk about the process. I want you to understand the process. And all you're getting, I want you to get understanding. That's what I do. I help people have a clearer understanding of why they're doing what they're doing and what they're doing. Have you ever done something and you really didn't know what was the point? I once heard someone say, people who know why will always rule over those who only know how. It's a harsh saying, but in some cases it's true. I heard another person say, Darrell, there's a difference between an expert and a master. I said, well, what do you mean? I thought they were interchangeable. The expert knows how to climb the ladder. The master built it. Think about that. I want you to understand the process. Remember, this is 7 days to masterminding. I want you to have a mastermind. That's what it's going to take for you to be in the Ivy League. You have to have a mastermind to reach your gold standard. You have to have a mind that reaches above and beyond where you are now. You can never get with your present paradigm what you have, something else until you change your paradigm. I want to change your paradigm to have a mastermind system so you see it differently. That's how I'm growing up in Baltimore City. I said, oh, I definitely see myself at the Ivy League, no matter what people say. So understand the process. This is what I want to say before I even get into our picture for today, which is the whole person model. I want you to become fused with this because this is going to help you as you craft your application, be more clear, more focused, and more concise about what it is that you want to present. I want to use that word. You're presenting yourself to the admissions committee. What it is you want to present. You want to present yourself as a whole person. But before we get there, I want to step back for a second.